Hello everybody, my name is Darkreva, and I'm an addict to Civilization 5, basically. Yeah, I'm already over 650 hours in this game. It's not as many as some people I've already seen out there. But yeah, I want to keep playing this game. I'm really loving it right now. The same with all the games I'm playing. I'm playing this mostly for the channel, for me, and I'm letting you watch as well. But I'm also playing it a little bit for you, of course. By the way, I'm playing it, making it different than usual. But this time around, I'm not gonna play the regular game. We're actually going to load up a mod. And I have been having a lot of fun playing the Communitas mod by Thalassicus. He's a pretty big presence, at least for his own mod, I think, on Civ Fanatics forums. And I've looked at his profile on Steam, and he has almost got a 5,000 hour in this game, which is in itself a little bit holy crap. But to be fair, a lot of it might probably be playtesting the game, or well, his own mod. And the mod has 4 different parts, and there's the Communitas map, which it's a really cool map, and it generates a more realistic, more balanced, more just spread out map. It's really good map version. You can play this one separate from the other mods. I think the same can be said with the interface, because it just enhances the visual interface of the game. And then there is the enhanced gameplay and the AI and tools mod, which significantly alter the way the game is played, and I'm loving it so far. It does a lot of balance changes and also some imbalance changes, but we'll see. Well, to load mods, if you have never tried it in Civ 5 before, you just go to the Steam Workshop to install them, and then in game you go for you choose mods. Then you have to go through the EULA. Actually, how do you pronounce that without the EULA, the EULA, the EULA, whatever, and then you select the mods. I have some other mods. Extended Eras is sometimes really fun, but that's nothing for YouTube. I mean, it makes the game so freaking slow, and it becomes a very much a it adapts the whole timeline to a much slower pace and makes it cheaper to have units as well. So it's also, I recommend it if you really like long games, which I do on my own. That's also why I get so many hours. But for now, we're going to try the Communitas mod and play a full let's play of it. So it's, you select the mods you want to load. I just want to load all 4 of the Communitas mods. Here we are. Single player setup game. These are some things I was playing as earlier. I was doing Warlord just to get the Warlord achievement, so that's the only reason why I have it on Warlord. And the thing is, if I play this on Emperor, it should be pretty easy, but I'm not sure how much of a difference the mod. It makes the AI smarter and brings down vanilla buffs that they get. So Immortal might be doable right now, but we're just gonna play it safe on Emperor, put it on Standard. I do want to play on a huge map for fun. Map type, we're going for Communitas, and I will show you what differences there are in the setup for civilizations. So a lot of civs have been rebalanced. Alexander has gotten +2 culture in every city, and has the Odeon instead of his companion cavalry. Wow, the fact that I remember that. So there are a lot of buildings added as well, and some buildings have changed. So Greece has had a minor change to it. Assyria is relatively the same as the Songhai. Attila the Huns barbarian camp surrendered. They took that away from Bismarck and gave it to the Huns, and they also start with a horse archer instead of a regular warrior. Glory of Rome, they get a ship instead of his ballistas, and they start with iron in first 5 cities. You can always have Roman legions. Bismarck, really strong mid-game, 3 extra votes in the World Congress. Once you get to the point with city-states, it's not as strong anymore, but when the World Congress is just founded, Bismarck is very strong. which is indeed the idea of the Hanseatic League and the Holy Roman Empire, that there were so many states comprising Germany that they all had a say, so they combined should have more votes in the World Congress, basically. And they get double strategic resources here, and the Hanse was added in Brave New World already. So, but some buildings have been changed as well. We're not looking at all of them. Boudica, +1 faith from unimproved forest and jungle, and 150% yield from natural wonders. Jungle changed. Jungle is added, and it's for each unimproved forest and jungle. So it's not just 1 for a city and 2 if it's 3 adjacents. And they get the Abbey instead of the Saled Hall. Jeez, I remember another one. Poland seems the same. Russia, much more modernistic, so see further, move faster than civilians, and gain 1 less national unhappiness. Same building and unit, I believe, but that's about it. So much more expansive rather than just having so many resources. Looks the same for Darius, at least for Persia. Dido, a little bit of a change. Harbor, definitely the same, but they can always cross mountains now. Start with sailing and Byreme and the warrior, so get a lot of stuff in the beginning. Apparently the Kothon is, I'm not sure if they had that already. Elizabeth, not 2 movement, but 30 free experience or 2 upgrades. And gets the steam mill instead of the ship of the line. Venice and Indonesia seem the same. Gandhi, food buildings add 1 population unconstructed, starts with a worker, and has some other stuff here as well in the sanitation and Vedi. I'm not entirely sure. Then Mongolia, really. City-states you can bully, surrender, and fear as puppets. That's like, what? If you have just enough forces, get to a city-state. Hey dude, come on, and they're yours. And they start with scout. So mostly I think this is to change what you usually get. So start with a worker. Gandhi actually gets a worker instead of a warrior, so that's interesting in itself. Allotment for Sweden. Your capital gains a free strong copy of each new unit line you research. Some unit lines have different upgrade paths, so a scout upgrades to a spearman, and a spearman can still get sight upgrades. Also, yeah, promotions are different as well. We'll see that in the future in the game as well. Volksskola also added. Haile Selassie gets the, well, great people rate from each alliance rather than friendship that Sweden had, and still the same with the production of the combat increase in against civilizations with more people. Denmark gets the Yelling Stones, not the Yelling Stones, so it's a bit different there. Arabia seems the same. Hiawatha begins with his Mohawk warrior instantly, so should be careful that one. Spanish Reconquista, conquering cities increases your faith. That's a difference that's significant for Spain. I mean, the bonus from Natural Wonders got halved and moved towards Boudica. Conquering cities increases your faith. I don't know if that's such a bonus or not. Kamehameha the same, Maria the same, Maria Theresia. They just don't have the coffee house, but have Imperial Royal Mounted Troops. I think that's the only one in all of these civilizations that actually building gets replaced by a unit instead. All of them, most nations that have 2 units get 1 replaced by a building, which is usually a lot more interesting personally. See here, Odo Nobunaga, same thing for units at full strength fighting even when they're damaged, or Bushido. Fishing boats and isles. Isles replace atolls, and they get a dojo instead of a 0, basically. That's the difference. The Montezuma, Napoleon, Nebuchadnezzar the same. Mayans the same. Incan the same. Brazil the same. Shoshone. Egypt actually gets different building. Instead of the burial tomb gets basin irrigation. Ramkhamhaeng might have been toned down a little, but there are different rewards now, I think, also for city-states. Here, Korea, 2 signs from farms, so each farm gives you 2 signs. And starts with worker instead of a warrior, so they cannot explore as fast, but they get a lot more signs in the beginning. Also, the Jade Hall instead of the Turtle Ship, and the Turtle Ship, I don't really like it myself. Joseon Dynasty instead of Scholars of the Jade Hall, which what is usually named. Shaka Zulu, I think that's the same thing about. Suleiman, internal trade routes between your cities give gold to the destination city instead of taking Barbary ships, taking barbarian ships, Barbary raiders, Barbary port, a different building. Byzantium choose one more belief the same, but they get a building instead of their cataphract. Just kind of sad because the cataphract seems more like the unique unit for Theodora rather than the Dromon. Washington the same, except no B-52, but the NASA Center. B-52 or B-2, one of the two anyway. Netherlands, each luxury resource increases gold income by 5%. Ridiculous. And the trade office, which is a really early building, it replaces the caravansary and gives more gold to the Dutch. I was playing this as the Dutch just for fun, and I was just wrecking, but that wasn't king, so emperor might be different. But I'm gonna play as Wu Zetian because I was like, holy shit, Papermaker is ridiculously strong already. You get it really early and it just bonuses ridiculous. Extra spy now has been switched to China. Great generals see further and give more strength. It starts with a warrior and a great general. Sure, why not? But we are going to look into the advanced setup here. I'm going to turn complete kills off. Also, quick movement can be turned off for now. We can change that as well at one point. And these are fine. Now, here are some differences. We have map type is Communitas, and they add for this one, players start either on continents, everywhere, or on Terra. So Terra is usually a different map type in which everyone starts on the big Eurasian continent or Africa if it's connected to it, and then there's an empty continent across the ocean. And you can, this is added to this map mode, but let's play continents for now. We're playing on huge anyway, so ocean rifts you can have, there's a Pacific and an Atlantic. There are different styles of rifts between continents, and just having, there are mostly two, and I think the Pacific and the Atlantic rift is the most interesting one to have. There are two different ones, and you can decide how wide or how narrow the rifts are, and that depends just how far they are out of each other, away from each other. Just put it on normal. And yeah, I think this is fine. To speed it up a little, even though we're on a huge map, I think I'm going to remove 2 AI players and tone down the city states back to 20, because just to speed up the game a bit. And there are more balance changes incoming, so you might be just look out for what is different, and it's a lot really, but it makes it a more interesting, more enjoyable gameplay in one sense. Always takes a little bit longer to load at the start than a regular game at least. And oh yeah, sometimes when I play on my own, I do decide to redo the map, which I'm probably not going to do right now. But you do have to go through the main menu again, or else the mod starts bugging out, which is not what you want to do. And also, when you reload the game, you want to load up the mod first and then load the game while the mods are already loaded. So there are small things you have to make sure of while choosing to play mod. China is of course one of the vanilla civs, very much expansionistic, have always had stronger great generals. I think the Chokuno and the Papermaker have always been here. And here you see the interface updates. Chokunos are good for city defense, regular defense, are reasonable for conquest and range. They have 20 at range strength, range attack modifier of -10. No particular idea what it exactly means, but they have 2 moves, and attacks only use 1 move. And so they can, I think they can attack twice, yeah, extra attacks. Then there's the Papermaker. So regular library gives 1 scientist and a half science per citizen. And even the scientist is different from normal, I think, in where you don't get that extra scientist. But also, the Papermaker just instantly will give you 200 science, which is just insane in itself. Also, it also gives gold, and more gold in percentage as well. But compared to what the Dutch get, that's insane. Anyway, we already see 2 places, and this is a reasonable good start, because we start with 3 salt right off the bat. We don't get a coastal city as our starter, but that's not always that important, to be honest. And of course we're going to run straight for those ruins, because we can, and we are going to settle in place just to make sure we are all in time. Open research. Right now we get 5 signs from Beijing. And buildings and everything has been changed. So right now we get 4 gold for culture every turn. So your palace gives national yields instead of the capital. So the capital replaces the palace. Gives a lot of happiness, defense, etc, etc. National yields actually gives you +2 happiness, culture, science, production, and gold in your... You have national limit of 3. Huh. Maybe, I'm not sure how that one personally works. Anyway, here you see the city focuses has been streamlined a lot. So you have default, great people, food, gold, production, science, faith, culture, and locking in, avoiding growth, basically. And here on the left you have other things. We're definitely going to start with a scout. But this game is a lot more militaristic, and that's actually cool because barbarians are crazy. I mean, really crazy. And since we start with salt, and I don't really do a lot of great library openers, but we do want to get it early because the paper maker is just strong. But we're going to go with mining first, so when we get our policies for workers, we can get some salt. And we'll look at policies once we get closer to them. Right now, we're just going to let everyone settle. If you suddenly see someone jump ahead and score, you can almost... No Shoshone then, because there is a calculation where the amount of terrain you start with, it just gives you points, but if you get a lot more points, then you are usually the Shoshone. Let's go down first. We get gold, which is really good actually, because this saves us time in getting towards, what's it called again? Ah yes, our first building. You want to use your gold on buildings often and effectively, and you are going to move this way, and I'm going to send you here. And the Great General, using it in tandem with your warrior as China, just gives you a ridiculous amount of early exploration power, because they just get so much side bonus. And we currently have Eugene of Savoy. It would be fun if it could be automatically set up that you will always get Sun Tzu as your general as China. And we get a map, and maps have been buffed. And this is actually, ooh, this is a cool map. Start. We might be on a continent on our own, which would be really advantageous for us. And we have Mount Kilimanjaro. It has lost its height training buff, which I just adore to hell. We also have a barbarian encampment here. We have a barbarian encampment there. We have a ruin there and a ruin there. But there are still some white areas. But it seems... Yeah, see, if we explore here again, there's another ruin just popping up. So we do have some places to settle. And this is also, this map mode, you can get your own little continents. And that's nice. What I find bummer here is that I cannot build a canal city to traverse between both the oceans hereby circumventing this whole peninsula over here. I love settling those positions. Also, here's a decent position with some more stone, more salt, sheep, fish. Everything is just coming up perfectly here. This is interesting, yeah. But need to make sure that we expand early in this situation, because otherwise it's going to hurt that we start to fall behind without being able to trade. Okay, we have some ruins, so our city is already grown, and the sea more. Yeah, so probably gonna settle here maybe. So wait, the cows will be here, so 1, 2, I think this is a reasonable spot. I would have overlap of these 3, but they're not the most important ones. We got some stone, we get the gold really soon as well, and we get more sheep. And it's a coastal city on the east coast as well, so we'll also need something on the north somewhere over here. Probably next to Mount Kilimanjaro then. And we'll send him here just to explore more. I do want to get to that thing, but we have to watch out. Barbarians are ridiculous now, because they all start with a promotion. Well, most of them do. Later on, when they spawn, they don't always get the promotion. but a lot of the time they start with a promotion that gives them double movement in the terrain they're on or near. So either woodsman, hillsman, or desert, because desert now also requires you to expend 2 moves, because it's, well, to be fair, yes, see here, desert needs 2 moves to get through. So because it's so much harder to go through the desert, and I already forgot to buy what I need to buy, and we're gonna buy the monument. Could also buy a shrine, but we need 20 to start our first pantheon, which is a lot. Actually, because we're playing on standard speed. Yes, standard speed. Not on quick. On quick, at least in the vanilla game, it only takes 6. So you would have to only discover one city-state that actually is, well, faith-based, and then you were already golden on that one. And the general just makes exploring so much easier. It's fun. Also, yeah, probably not going to be the best having the scout now, but hindsight is 2020, because I kind of, when we discovered that we're on almost our own island, I might not have. Oh wow, more mountain in between, so actually going to be safe taking that tile. Yeah, it was bad. Anyway, we're going to build a warrior first, probably settler after, once we have grown a bit more, just to make sure we can start more cities quickly, just to get us out there. Okay, we have mining, so already you can see if I go, actually the first 4 texts look the same except for some different ones. Heroic Epic is earlier, Barracks is earlier, Iron is revealed earlier. If we go to the tech tree, it's a lot different. Here you see what the colorization all means. So red means good for something, so Great Library is extremely good for science, and the Papermaker is blue for both gold and science, and green for great people. So the more intensive the color, the better it is for that specific thing. Now if we look around here, we have sugar, we have lots of salt, we also have a lot of stone going around, so masonry is something we want. We also want calendar, we also want writing. So right now I do want to go for writing first because of that Papermaker. It's just immensely good. Well, let's scout around a bit more. Hey, look, more salt, which means we should settle around here as well. And here we go. Pantheon founded. I'm gonna move the general first here. Just so I can explore this. And see, because it's, there's actually a city-state over here. We might be able to spot it, but... And we have 90 gold, which... While it could buy us the shrine, I want to save it for a later moment to buy a Papermaker and just show you how incredible, ridiculous that building just is. 13, that's too bad. Anyway, let's explore here. That mountain just hampers our movement because there might be a lot more south. Okay, here we go. I don't especially need to explore this, I guess. Nah, I mean, the city-state, so right now it sees to here. At this point it sees to there. So it might actually show up. There it is. Actually, gives us 30 gold, even if someone has already found it, so that's okay. That was just to explore it. Just move the warrior on there, so I don't want to lose that first general, because exploration is so strong with it. Yeah, so now we need to move it all the way back. And the barbarian did not attack us, which is good for now. Movement does seem to be a lot. It seems to be tweaked faster in this mod pack, which is a bit odd at times. But yeah, so if you see everyone running like maniacs, it's because the mod does that. We're probably gonna settle a city here as well. Either them, probably then the hill. Yeah, I mean, I cannot cross the mountain myself, but at least... Oh. And remember, this guy has Hill Fighter, so it moves double speed in hills. So we better watch out. So they might be following us. Really watch out. I'm probably going to go with Liberty, because I just adore Liberty. And it's a bit changed. They balance tradition and Liberty out a bit. by making tradition stronger in the late game. Liberty, see, they're still following us, the bastards. Oh, hello. Barbarians are now here. And of course, yes, your first ranged navy ship is also a lot earlier. You can actually, the first navy ship you get is actually ranged. And then you get triremes, which are stronger against other naval ships, but I wonder where yeah, it can catch up if it goes straight west. So if it goes there and then there, it's next to us in 2 turns, but then we can, yeah, if we run to the hill there, they can attack us. But we are being followed, apparently. Damn barbarians. Oh, there's a lot of mountain on this terrain, actually. Settle probably there, and lots of places to settle on our own little continent for ourselves. Oh, hang on, we can just move here. Crud. Look at that, more barbarians. Well, at least our second warrior is soon done, so we should be able to clear them out. Oh yeah, barbarians heal themselves now if you attack. You cannot just use one unit, heal it up, and then kill it. No, barbarians are a lot smarter as well. Oh, this is bad. This is bad news for us. Yeah, we have to go behind here to save our warrior. Because 2 of them, they will run out of their camps, so we need to watch out. And the second one is almost done. Send in reinforcements. Okay, so they're now moving there. Which is in itself quite annoying, but we can attack this way and you can do nothing. So adopt liberty, 1 culture in all cities, 1 production in all cities as well. A lot of world wonders have been changed as well, so it says terracotta army. It says for a reason. Finishing them all still gives a great person of our choice. We're going to adopt it, so we now get 7 a turn. In 14 turns we can either get a settler or 2 workers. Oh yeah, and the pyramids have been changed as well to not provide 2 workers but a free settler instead. The small things really change. Okay, you're going north to help out there. Okay, so this guy's coming to join. Now the problem is he's faster in hills as well, so yeah. Then again, there's one advantage, of course, and that's the fact that okay, now we're going to be daring, but this guy is coming in to support soon as well. Oh boy. Yeah, even though I would love to get a granary, we're gonna need more warriors to deal with all these barbarians. I'm really tempted to switch out to archery as well. Then again, we do have the papermaker. See, 2 of them attack me this turn. There's a second one appearing here right now. And we cannot get the promotion to upgrade him. Oh, we might lose our general as well then. I will get shock. If I send him here, only 1 can attack this turn. And the general might be enough to help out. And this one, oh, there's actually a city-state up there. Interesting. And unknown civilization is now worshipping gods of the sea. Yeah, I did upgrade, but there might be more incoming now. Hopefully, yes, this is good. At least it can heal. Renowned warrior. Warriors are also really cool. Is the random events. So your warriors are gaining popularity in your empire with tales sung of their bravery. Let them return to civilian life. Send them new weapons or heal and gain 5 experience. Even though I would love to make it a swordsman right now, top 2 choices always cost money. And this makes him stronger, but it won't heal him. So I'm going to heal him and give him experience. That will save his ass. 92. Actually, we could just take out this one. And there we go. Move him in. And you guys will get a minor defeat, but that should be fine. There we go. Actually, wow, they never did that. Okay, Vancouver has been found. So normally they would move out, so they didn't, impressively enough. So now it's getting busier. They might move south as well to help out. Here we go. Okay, you are going to wait a turn. Healing up is also a lot faster now. They heal up for 15 instead of regular 10. That's one of those ranged ships. Barbarian pirates, they fire from range, which is hell of annoying. Going to grow to 4 now. So after this warrior, we are going to build a settler. And it seems that we have to end this episode real soon. Oh, it also promoted, so that's good. World's most fell fat, we're at 3, others are at 6 and stuff, which is annoying. Let's try and kill it. Well, we didn't kill it, so we will pause it. And letting it heal actually gives it plus 35 this turn, because instead of giving a promotion for just 50 health and rescinding all of your bonus that you just could gain, you will always gain 20 health after using a promotion, so that's a good thing. Anyway, here we are then. This is the start of this Communitas Let's Play of Sid Meier's Civilization 5, A Brave New World as China. And yeah, it's a decent start. I give you a lot of explanation of other stuff. And once we get further into policies next episode, I will look through them. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys later.